When I got my first job out of uni, people kept saying to me, "Penny, you should get a pension." At first, I thought, why? I've got the rest of my life to worry about that. Then a friend said something that made me think. Ever wondered why there's so many sayings like, "reap what you sow" and "you've made your bed, now lie in it," she says. "There's no way of predicting how well off you're going to be in the future," she goes, especially as the state pension is changing with people living longer these days. As it is, the state pension is barely even enough to cover the basics. You try getting by on 100 quid a week for a couple of months and you'll see what I mean. And in the future there's likely to be even less to go around. I don't want to spend my final years scratching around for rations and a roof over my head. Plus, the age you can claim state pension is getting older and older by the day. And I might not want to wait that long before I retire. Private pensions can be claimed from 55, you know. Even as it stands, that's a decade earlier than most people can claim state pension. And when I do retire, I might want to take out a lump sum. You can't do that with a state pension. Basically, when it comes to my future, she says, I want to be in the driving seat. OK, fair enough, I say. So maybe it's worth getting a pension at some point. But why start now? The early bird catches the worm, she says. The longer you live, or the earlier you decide to retire, the more money you'll need to live on, and the longer it will take you to save up. Start now, and you could double your money. Well, I fully intend to live to a ripe old age and have no desire to live on the breadline, so I did some research. I found out that one of the best ways of obtaining a pension is through your employer. You pay contributions into your pension direct from your wages. The added bonus is that your employer also coughs up. So imagine you have two people that do the same job for the same company and are both on the same salary. If one is in the pension scheme and the other isn't, the first person is actually being paid more. It's just that their extra money can only be accessed when they retire, like a deferred bonus. What's more, you can claim tax relief on your pension contributions. So if you're a standard rate taxpayer, paying £100 into your pension fund will only actually cost you £80 of your wages. And if you're a higher rate taxpayer, it'll only cost you £60. I also learned that by opting to take part in a salary exchange, you can save even more on tax and national insurance by swapping taxable pay for a tax-free benefit. One thing that became increasingly clear is that there are a lot of options out there in terms of how your money is invested. I found the best way when I chose a pension was doing it through my employer, because at the end of the day, they had my best interests at heart. They directed me to a whole load of resources to help me make the right choice by weighing up how much I wanted the fund to increase and how much risk I was willing to take. The thing that surprised me most was that it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. I'd been putting it off and making excuses, and really there was no need. So, like my friend, I started saving for the future. That was 50 years ago, and now she and I are about to go off on holiday to Barbados. So I suppose you could say that the bed I made back then is a sun lounger, and I'm very much looking forward to lying in it.